and welcome back to the Sex Talk. My name is Mo, and today I have a very special guest, Romina Rosales from Queens of The Underworld Project.
Sex Talk.
So why don't we just jump right in, and why don't you tell us what Queens of the Underworld is?
You know, it changes like every other month, but the basis is I wanted a safe space for sex workers to learn about anxiety and CPTSD and broken foundations and all the things that I had no clue that I was raised with and I had suffered from. When you're a sex worker, you witness trauma like repeatedly. Being on the street, having to constantly be aware of or assess your situation, getting out of cars, getting beat up, getting raped and robbed. Getting into cars, having someone enter your body that you wouldn't otherwise. That's trauma. You know what I mean?
Okay.
CPTSD is like recurring, right? PTSD is from before.
Right.
And how it shows up in those ways. But CPTSD is stuff that happens
concurrent, like ongoing.
Concurrent and ongoing.
Yeah.
And
PTSD, for folks out there, stands for post-traumatic stress disorder, and originally it was a diagnosis that came out in the 60s when the soldiers were coming back from the Vietnam War. But what happened was they discovered that trauma, actually, you don't have to go to war, you don't have to be a soldier in Vietnam to experience trauma. In fact, trauma happens for a variety of reasons. It can happen from abuse, it can happen from watching something, it can happen from experiencing just a breakup or rejection.
Parents divorcing, losing a pet, moving.
Yeah, losing a job, getting fired.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, a lot of things that are unexpected and completely sort of like rattle your world can create a post-traumatic stress disorder.
Yeah, you know, I got clean in 2010 and I was on drugs for 12 years.
Okay.
And once I got clean, I had all these feelings and emotions and I did not know how to cope with them. So of course I'm going to act out on my behavior with overspending, sex, you know, every way that I could.
Right.
Besides drugs. And then
right.
I put myself into therapy. I was in DBT, EMDR, like talk group therapy, every kind of thing, therapy that I could put myself in. And I started learning coping skills.
Okay, right.
And I was like, what? You know, just something as simple as like Sat Dat Nama, which my queens love, is an immediate distraction technique to take you away from those invasive, intrusive thoughts that make you spiral down.
Now that is sort of like a meditation, something you've learned in meditation.
Yeah, it's like a Kundalini mudra, and it's helped me tremendously. My queens love it.
Okay.
So a lot of organizations are Christian-based, faith-based. A lot of organizations are like push yoga or Jesus, you know, and to try to change sex workers, and I didn't agree with any of that.
There's the Hookers for Jesus. I'm familiar with that.
Cupcake Girls, Treasures, which I love. I go to their classes, but for a person like myself that is agnostic, that's not gonna lure me in.
Right.
So I wanted to just teach the little tiny bit that I know to people that would listen, and it's incredible the response that I'm getting.
The Sex Talk.